Wild, Washington Capitals tonight, XL Energy Center. Wild in Game 4 of a 5-game homestand, coming off a 3-2 win over the New York Rangers on Tuesday. And tonight, hosting the Metropolitan Division leading Washington Capitals, who have 71 points. Interesting was noted yesterday on Twitter. The Wild, since November 9th, have tied for the fourth most points in the National Hockey League. That is something we might not think of a whole lot, considering the start the Wild had and some of their more agonizing road blowouts. But very worth noting as we enter Thursday night's game. Visitors' perspective, Braden Holtby, I would imagine he gets the start. Obviously, he is one of the best goaltenders in the National Hockey League. And Alex Ovechkin, as always, has roasted the Wild in his career for the Capitals. 13 games played, he has 14 goals and 21 points. That is incredible. And you remember last year he had a hat trick when they came here to St. Paul, and it was I believe it was like a 5-4 Washington win as the Wild stormed back to tie it, but Washington did end up winning the game. But you gotta pay attention to 8, and as the Wild do not, they kind of leave him alone in his patented spot in the power play. And you remember last year, the Wild noted after their loss to the Capitals that they were trying to game plan for that on the penalty kill. I should say game plan for Ovechkin. And I went back and I watched the tape, and I was not sure what their game plan was other than leave him alone. So it'll be interesting to see if they have something a little different in store for us tonight. Minnesota perspective, I got to imagine Devin Dubnyk gets the start in net. NHL third star of the week last week, was big Tuesday night against the New York Rangers. And really since Christmas, he has been one of the hottest goaltenders in the National Hockey League. So good to see him back on track, but the Wild will need him at his best again here tonight. I'm fairly certain he'll be starting. If he doesn't, that would be a shock, but you'd like to see him get a day off mixed in here and there with Alex Stalock. You know, he's playing decent as a backup goaltender, but when Dubnyk is playing this good, you got to let him go. So that's how it goes. So player to watch for tonight, Daniel Winnick, playing against his old mates. I was particularly pleased with Winnick on Tuesday night against the New York Rangers. I thought he had a really decent game. Will be interesting to see how that carries over into tonight's game against Washington. But he is my player to watch for tonight. So look for him. Maybe he can get on the score sheet, maybe get a goal. But do look for him tonight. If you have not yet, do check out the Giles and the Goalie podcast, episode 137, where we do hit a lot of trade deadline stuff here on our YouTube channel. And then also do check out zonecoverage.com/wild. Just did a feature on Iowa Wild's Sam Annis, who is producing at a very high click for Iowa this season, and is very hopeful of a call-up to Minnesota here in the not-so-distant future. So do check that out. I will have the game recap for you again tonight here on our YouTube channel, so do look for that. I do put out a tweet asking for some questions in second, third period of the hockey game, so do look for that. I do enjoy some listener questions. I want to make this a more enjoyable product for everyone, so do check that out. And yeah, we will talk to you after the game. Later.